Captain James Sterling of the United Earth Fleet had faced many challenges in his career, but none as sudden and terrifying as the one that led to his unexpected descent onto an uncharted planet. A malfunction in his ship's navigation system had sent him careening through space, and before he could regain control, the craft hurtled through the atmosphere of an unknown world, crashing violently into a dense jungle. Disoriented and injured, James stumbled from the wreckage, his vision blurred and his head throbbing. He took in his surroundings, towering trees with thick, vibrant foliage, strange plants that glowed faintly in the twilight, and the distant sound of unfamiliar wildlife. As he tried to get his bearings, a group of figures emerged from the shadows, surrounding him. The women were tall, their muscular forms draped in intricate, nature-inspired garments. Their eyes, sharp and wary, were filled with a mix of curiosity and hostility. The leader of the group, a striking woman with fiery red hair and piercing green eyes, stepped forward. "You have trespassed on sacred ground," she declared in a commanding voice that echoed through the jungle. "The punishment for such a crime is severe." James, still reeling from the crash, tried to explain. "I didn't mean to trespass. My ship malfunctioned and I crashed here by accident." The leader, unmoved by his explanation, turned to her companions. "We will take him to the council. They will decide his fate." James was bound and escorted through the dense jungle, the Amazonian women leading him to their village. The journey was a blur of pain and confusion, but he couldn't help but marvel at the beauty and sophistication of their society. The village was a harmonious blend of nature and advanced technology, with structures built into the trees and illuminated pathways that glowed softly in the dusk. They arrived at a large open-air structure where the Council of Elders, a group of wise and ancient women, sat in judgment. The leader of the group who had captured James introduced herself as Zara, addressed the council. "Esteemed elders, this human has trespassed on our sacred land. He claims it was an accident, but our laws are clear." The eldest of the council, a woman with silver hair and an air of regal authority, spoke. "The laws of our ancestors must be upheld. Trespassing on our sacred land is a grave offense. However, we must consider the circumstances." James stood before the council, his heart pounding. "I mean no harm. My ship malfunctioned, and I crashed here. I beg for your mercy." The elders conferred among themselves before the eldest spoke again. "Your punishment will be unique. You will remain here for 50 years, bound by our laws and customs. You will mate with our women and help to strengthen our tribe." James was stunned. 50 years? But Zara silenced him with a look. "It is decided. You will be integrated into our society, and you will serve us in the way we see fit." The council rose, signaling the end of the trial. James was led away, his mind reeling from the verdict. He was to be a part of this strange and beautiful world for the next 50 years, bound by their laws and customs. James struggled to come to terms with his new reality as he was led to a dwelling prepared for him in the heart of the Zolorian village. The structure, crafted from a blend of natural materials and advanced technology, was both luxurious and imposing. Zara, who seemed to have taken on the role of his guardian, explained his new life. "You will be treated with respect, but you must also respect our ways. You will participate in our rituals, learn our customs, and fulfill your duties as decreed by the council." Despite the overwhelming situation, James found himself captivated by the beauty of the Zolorian culture. The women were not only physically striking but also possessed a deep connection to their land and traditions. As days turned into weeks, he began to adapt to their way of life, earning the respect of the tribe through his willingness to learn and integrate. One night, Zara invited him to join a sacred ceremony. "Tonight you will understand more about who we are and what is expected of you." The ceremony took place in a large clearing under the light of Zoloria's twin moons. The atmosphere was charged with energy as the tribe gathered, adorned in intricate ceremonial attire. Zara led James to the center of the clearing, where a circle of stones marked the sacred space. As the ceremony began, the elders chanted in an ancient language, invoking the spirits of their ancestors. The air hummed with power, and James felt a deep connection to the land and the people around him. He realized that this was not just a punishment, but an opportunity to become part of something greater. During the ceremony, Zara approached James with a solemn expression. The time has come for you to fulfill your duty. You will mate with our women to ensure the strength and continuation of our tribe. James felt a mix of emotions, honor, fear, and a sense of destiny. He understood the gravity of his role and the importance of his actions for the future of the Zorean Amazons. The first encounter was both tender and intense. James found himself drawn to the women, their strength and vulnerability creating powerful bonds. As he spent time with them, they shared stories of their lives, bridging the gap between their worlds. Over time, James's relationships with the Zorean women deepened. He learned their customs, their histories, and their dreams for the future. Despite the challenges, he found a sense of purpose and belonging among them. One evening, as he and Zara sat by a tranquil stream, she looked at him with a mix of admiration and respect. "You have adapted well," she said. "You are no longer just an outsider, you are becoming one of us." James felt a warmth in his chest. "I never expected to find such a sense of belonging here. Thank you for helping me." Zara smiled softly. "We are all connected, James. Our strength comes from unity and understanding. You have brought new energy to our tribe, and for that, we are grateful." Despite the growing bonds and the acceptance he found among the Zorean Amazons, James faced many challenges. The jungle was a harsh and unforgiving environment, and the tribe had many enemies. On several occasions, James had to defend himself and his new family from rival tribes and dangerous wildlife. One day, while hunting with a group of Zorean warriors, they were ambushed by a hostile tribe. The battle was fierce, and James fought with all his strength to protect his companions. His bravery and skill in combat earned him further respect among the Zoreans. After the battle, as they tended to their wounds, Zara approached James. "You fought with great courage today. You have proven yourself to be a true warrior of Zorean." James, exhausted but proud, nodded. "I will do whatever it takes to protect our tribe." As the years passed, James's relationships with the Zorean women deepened. Among them, his bond with Zara grew particularly strong. Their mutual respect and shared experiences blossomed into a profound and forbidden love. The tribe's laws were strict, and relationships outside the prescribed mating duties were not permitted. However, the connection between James and Zara was undeniable. They found solace in stolen moments, their love a secret shared only between them. One night, as they lay beneath the stars, Zara whispered, "Our love is forbidden, but I cannot deny what I feel for you." James held her close, his heart aching with the weight of their situation. "I love you, Zara. No matter what happens, know that my heart belongs to you." Their love, though hidden, gave them strength and hope, even as they continued to navigate the complexities of their roles within the tribe. James had accepted his fate on Zorean, understanding the vital role he was to play in the tribe's future. His first encounter with a Zorean woman chosen to mate with him was both daunting and exhilarating. Her name was Seraphine, a striking beauty with long, flowing dark hair and piercing violet eyes that seemed to see right through him. Seraphine approached James with a mix of curiosity and determination. "You are the one they call the outsider," she said, her voice melodic yet strong. "It is an honor to be chosen as your first mate." James felt a mix of emotions as he took in her presence. "I hope I can honor your traditions and fulfill my role here." Seraphine smiled softly. "You have shown great courage and adaptability. Let us begin this journey together." Their initial encounter was marked by a blend of awkwardness and tenderness. James, though physically strong, was acutely aware of the emotional and cultural nuances involved. Seraphine guided him gently, her demeanor a blend of strength and grace. As days turned into weeks, James and Seraphine formed a bond that went beyond the physical. They spent hours talking, sharing stories of their pasts and their dreams for the future. Seraphine taught James the ancient traditions and rituals of the Zorean Amazons, helping him understand the depth and significance of his role. One evening, as they sat by a fire under the starlit sky, Seraphine looked into James's eyes with a warmth that melted away his doubts. "You are no longer just an outsider, James. You are becoming part of our tribe, our family." James felt a surge of gratitude and affection. "I never imagined I would find such acceptance and belonging here. Thank you, Seraphine." Their bond deepened, creating a foundation of trust and respect that would carry them through the challenges ahead. As James continued to fulfill his role within the tribe, He formed bonds with several other Zorean women, each relationship unique and profound. Among them was Alara, a fierce warrior with a sharp mind and a compassionate heart. Alara's presence in James's life brought new perspectives and experiences. One day, as James and Alara were sparring in the training grounds, she paused to study him. "You fight with great skill, James. You have adapted well to our ways." James wiped the sweat from his brow, smiling. "Thanks to you and the others, I've learned a lot. I'm grateful for your guidance." Alara nodded, a hint of pride in her eyes. "We have all grown stronger because of you. Your presence has brought new energy to our tribe." Their bond, forged through mutual respect and shared experiences, became another pillar of strength for James. He found himself learning not only about their customs, but also about the depth of their culture and the values they held dear. One evening, Alara invited James to join her on a night patrol through the jungle. As they moved silently through the dense foliage, she spoke of her past and her dreams for the future. "I was once skeptical of your presence here," Alara admitted. "But I have seen your dedication and your heart. You are one of us now, James." James felt a deep sense of fulfillment. "I'm honored to be a part of this tribe, Alara. I will continue to do my best for all of you." As their patrol continued, they encountered a group of rival tribe scouts. A fierce battle ensued, and James and Alara fought side by side, their synergy and trust evident in every move. Together, they drove off the intruders, ensuring the safety of their territory. Back at the village, James and Alara were hailed as heroes. The bond between them had grown even stronger, solidifying James's place within the tribe. Despite the challenges and the complexities of his situation, James found himself increasingly at peace with his new life. The relationships he built with these Zorean women, particularly Seraphine and Alara, brought him a sense of purpose and belonging. As the tribe continued to thrive, James's role as both a mate and a protector became more vital. The bonds he formed and the respect he earned helped to integrate him fully into the fabric of Zorean society. In the 5th year of his life on Zoria, James had become an integral part of the tribe. His relationships with the Zorean women deepened, and he earned the respect and admiration of the entire tribe. One relationship in particular stood out. His bond with Seraphine had grown into something profoundly special. The tribe had been eagerly anticipating the birth of James's first child, a symbol of the union between human and Zorean bloodlines. The day finally arrived when Seraphine went into labor. The entire village was abuzz with anticipation and excitement. James was by Seraphine's side throughout the labor, holding her hand and providing support. Seraphine's strength and determination were awe-inspiring, and James could not help but feel a deep admiration for her. Finally, as the first light of dawn broke over the village, the cries of a newborn filled the air. A collective cheer rose from the gathered tribe members. Seraphine, exhausted but radiant with joy, looked at James as she held their son for the first time. "He's perfect," James whispered, his voice choked with emotion. "A true blend of our worlds." Seraphine smiled, her eyes filled with tears of happiness. "He is our future, James, a symbol of our unity and strength." They named their son Torin, a name that carried the meaning of hope in the Zorean language. Torin's birth marked a new chapter for the tribe, signifying the potential for harmony and strength through diversity. James took his role as a father with utmost seriousness. He was determined to be a guiding and protective force in Torin's life, ensuring that his son grew up understanding the values of both his human and Zorean heritage. The tribe celebrated Torin's birth with a grand feast and a series of rituals to welcome the new heir. James felt an overwhelming sense of pride and responsibility as he held his son, knowing that Torin represented the future of the tribe. As Torin grew, the tribe's admiration for James and Seraphine's union was not universal. Some members of the tribe viewed the child as a threat to their traditions and resented James's influence. Whispers of dissent and rebellion began to spread, challenging the unity that James and Seraphine had worked so hard to build. One evening, during a council meeting, a prominent elder named Lyra voiced her concerns. "The child is an abomination," Lyra declared, her voice filled with contempt. "He is neither fully human nor fully Zorean. How can we trust him to lead us?" James felt a surge of anger but remained calm. "Torin is a symbol of our future. He represents the strength that comes from unity and diversity. We must embrace change if we are to survive and thrive." Seraphine, sitting beside James, spoke up with a calm but firm voice. We have always adapted to survive. Tauren is a gift, not a curse. Our strength lies in our ability to evolve. The council was divided and the debate grew heated. Lyra's faction, though not the majority, was vocal and determined. They viewed the blending of human and Zolorian blood as a threat to their cultural purity and feared the changes it might bring. Despite the growing tensions, James and Seraphine continued to focus on their duties and on raising Tauren. They knew that they needed to address the dissent within the tribe before it escalated into open conflict. One night, as James and Seraphine sat by the fire in their dwelling, they discussed their strategy for uniting the tribe. We need to show them that Tauren is not a threat but a beacon of hope, Seraphine said. We must lead by example and demonstrate the strength of our unity. James nodded in agreement. We need to engage with those who oppose us, understand their fears, and address them. We must find common ground and build bridges. Their plan involved organizing community gatherings, where tribe members could voice their concerns and engage in open dialogue. They also increased their involvement in tribal activities, showcasing the benefits of the integration of their cultures. Despite their efforts, the dissent continued to simmer beneath the surface. James and Seraphine knew that the coming years would be crucial in shaping the future of the tribe. They were determined to overcome the challenges and ensure that their vision of a united and strong Zoloria would prevail. As they faced these rising tensions, James and Seraphine found strength in each other and in their love for their son. They knew that the path ahead would be difficult, but they were committed to forging a future where unity and diversity were celebrated and where their tribe could thrive in harmony. By the 10th year of James's life on Zoloria, tensions within the tribe had reached a boiling point. Despite his and Seraphine's efforts to unify the tribe and demonstrate the benefits of their union, the dissenters grew more vocal and organized. Lyra, the elder who had previously spoken out against Tauren, had rallied a faction of the tribe that was staunchly opposed to any change to their traditions. The growing unrest culminated in a planned uprising. One night, as James, Seraphine, and Tauren sat in their dwelling, a loud commotion erupted outside. Shouts and the clash of weapons filled the air. James quickly realized that the dissenters had launched their attack. We have to protect Tauren, James said urgently, grabbing his spear and preparing for battle. Seraphine nodded, her face set with determination. I'll stay with him. Be careful, James. James rushed outside to find the village in chaos. Lyra's faction, armed and determined, was attempting to seize control. Fires burned, and the air was thick with smoke and the cries of combat. James joined the loyalist warriors fighting to defend their home and their way of life. Amidst the battle, James confronted Lyra. The elder's eyes burned with fanaticism. Your influence has weakened our tribe, human, she spat. Your son will bring our downfall. James met her gaze with steely resolve. You're wrong, Lyra. Our strength lies in our unity and our ability to adapt. Tauren represents our future. The battle between James and Lyra was fierce. Lyra fought with the ferocity of someone defending deeply held beliefs, but James's skill and determination prevailed. He disarmed Lyra and restrained her, signaling to the loyalists to secure her and her followers. With Lyra and the dissenters captured, the uprising was quelled. The loyalists worked quickly to restore order and tend to the wounded. The cost of the conflict was high, and the village bore the scars of the night's violence. The tribe gathered to address the aftermath and decide the fate of the rebels. The Council of Elders, with James and Seraphine's input, decided on a course of reconciliation rather than retribution. Lyra and her followers were given the choice to integrate back into the tribe or face exile. Many chose to stay, realizing the futility of their rebellion. We must move forward together, Seraphine said during the council meeting. Our strength comes from our unity and our willingness to embrace change. James added, Tauren represents the future of our tribe. Let us honor his heritage and build a stronger, united Zoloria. The tribe, though bruised and battered, began the process of healing and rebuilding. James and Seraphine's leadership and the unity they represented became a beacon of hope for the future. In the aftermath of the uprising, James and Seraphine focused on healing the rifts within the tribe and rebuilding what had been damaged. The village, though scarred by the conflict, was filled with a renewed sense of purpose and determination. James took an active role in the reconstruction efforts, working alongside the tribe members to repair homes, clear debris, and restore the village to its former glory. His hands-on approach and willingness to share in the labor earned him further respect and trust. One day, as James worked with a group of warriors to rebuild a communal hall, a young warrior named Aaron approached him. "Your courage and leadership during the uprising inspired many of us," Aaron said. "We are grateful for your presence here." James smiled, his heart warmed by the young warrior's words. "Thank you, Aaron. Together we will make our tribe stronger and more united." Seraphine, meanwhile, focused on addressing the emotional wounds left by the conflict. She organized gatherings where tribe members could share their experiences, voice their concerns, and find solace in the support of their community. Her compassionate leadership helped to mend the rifts and foster a sense of solidarity. One evening, Seraphine and James held a special ceremony to honor the fallen and celebrate the resilience of the tribe. The ceremony took place in the village center, with the tribe gathered around a large bonfire. The flames danced in the night, casting a warm glow on the faces of those present. "We have faced great challenges," Seraphine said, addressing the tribe, "but we have emerged stronger. Let us honor those we have lost and commit to building a future where unity and peace prevail." James added, "Our strength lies in our ability to adapt and support one another. Together, we can overcome any obstacle and create a thriving, harmonious tribe." The ceremony was a powerful reminder of the tribe's resilience and the importance of their unity. As the night went on, the tribe members shared stories, sang songs, and reaffirmed their commitment to each other and to the future. Torin, now a young boy, participated in the ceremony with pride. He stood beside his parents, absorbing the values and lessons they imparted. He was a symbol of the tribe's future, a bridge between the old ways and the new. As the tribe continued to rebuild and heal, James and Seraphine's love and partnership remained a cornerstone of their success. Their bond, forged in the fires of conflict and strengthened by their shared vision, inspired those around them. One evening, as they sat together by the stream, Seraphine looked at James with a serene smile. "We have come so far, James. I am grateful for every moment we have shared and for the future we are building." James took her hand, his heart full. "I could not have done any of this without you, Seraphine. Together we have created something beautiful and enduring." With the village on the path to recovery and the tribe more united than ever, James and Seraphine looked forward to the future with hope and determination. They knew that challenges would continue to arise, but they were ready to face them together, guided by their love and their commitment to their tribe. As the years passed, Torin grew into a strong and capable young man. His presence and heritage became symbols of hope and unity for the tribe. Under the guidance of his parents, Torin learned the values of leadership, compassion, and strength. His dual heritage endowed him with unique perspectives, making him a bridge between the human and Zorean cultures. One day, as James and Torin trained in the forest, James noticed the natural grace and skill his son possessed. "You're becoming quite the warrior, Torin," James said, pride evident in his voice. Torin, now a young man with his mother's piercing violet eyes and his father's determination, smiled. "I have learned from the best. You and Mother have taught me well." James put a hand on his son's shoulder. "It's not just about being strong. Leadership means caring for others and making difficult decisions for the greater good." Torin nodded, his expression serious. "I understand, Father. I want to lead our tribe into a future where everyone is united and strong." Back at the village, Seraphine organized a council meeting to discuss the future leadership of the tribe. The council agreed that it was time to formally acknowledge Torin's role as the future leader. The tribe gathered in the central square to witness the ceremony. As Torin stood before the gathered tribe, the council of elders and his parents by his side, he spoke with confidence and conviction. "I am honored to serve you all. I promise to uphold the values of unity, strength, and compassion that my parents have instilled in me." The tribe cheered, their faith in Torin's leadership evident. The ceremony marked a significant milestone, symbolizing the tribe's acceptance of change and the blending of traditions. James and Seraphine watched with pride as their son was embraced by the tribe. They knew that their journey had not been easy, but the future looked promising with Torin at the helm. As Torin began to take on more responsibilities, a new threat emerged on the horizon. Reports came in of a powerful and aggressive tribe from the distant mountains seeking to expand their territory. This new enemy, known as the Darians, was known for their brutality and strategic prowess. The council convened to discuss the threat and plan their defense. Tensions were high, and the memories of the recent uprising made the tribe wary of external threats. James addressed the council. "We cannot ignore this threat. We must be prepared to defend our home and our people. Torin and I will lead the defense, but we need the support of every able warrior." Seraphine added, "We must also seek alliances with neighboring tribes. Unity will be our strength against this formidable enemy." Torin, eager to prove himself, volunteered to lead a delegation to secure alliances. "I will go to the neighboring tribes and ask for their support. Together we can stand against the Darians." The council agreed, and preparations for both defense and diplomacy began. Torin, accompanied by a group of trusted warriors, set out on his mission to rally support. His journey took him through treacherous terrain and required delicate negotiations, but his sincerity and the respect he commanded helped him succeed. Meanwhile, James and Seraphine fortified the village and trained the warriors. The tribe's defenses were bolstered, and the warriors were ready for the impending conflict. The bonds between the tribe members grew stronger as they prepared to face the common enemy. One night, as James and Seraphine reviewed their plans by the fire, Seraphine looked at James with concern. "I worry for Torin. He is brave and capable, but the Darians are ruthless." James took her hand, offering reassurance. "Torin is smart and determined. He will return with the support we need. We must trust in him and in the strength of our tribe." As the days passed, the tension in the village grew. Finally, Torin returned with representatives from several neighboring tribes. They pledged their support, recognizing the mutual threat posed by the Darians. With the alliances secured, the tribe was better prepared to face the impending attack. The united front of the tribe stood as a testament to the power of unity and cooperation. The day of the battle arrived, and the Darians launched their assault. The clash was fierce and brutal, with both sides fighting with determination. Torin, James, and Seraphine led their warriors with skill and bravery, their actions inspiring those around them. In the heat of battle, Torin's leadership shone brightly. He coordinated the defense, directing warriors to critical points and leading charges that turned the tide in their favor. The combined forces of the allied tribes overwhelmed the Darians, driving them back and securing a hard-fought victory. The tribe celebrated their triumph, but they also mourned the loss of those who had fallen. The battle had tested their strength and resolve, but it had also reaffirmed the importance of unity and cooperation. James and Seraphine embraced their son, proud of the leader he had become. Torin had proven himself not only as a warrior, but as a unifying force for the tribes. In the aftermath of the battle, the council convened to discuss the future. The alliances formed in the face of the Darian threat had strengthened the bonds between the tribes, paving the way for a more unified and peaceful coexistence. As the tribe rebuilt and healed, Torin continued to lead with wisdom and compassion. James and Seraphine, their hearts full of pride and love, supported their son in his journey as the new leader. Together, they had faced incredible challenges and emerged stronger. Their legacy of unity, strength, and love would endure, guiding the tribe into a future filled with hope and promise. In the years following the victory over the Darians, the tribe entered a period of profound transformation. Torin's leadership ushered in a new era of cooperation and progress, with the bonds between the allied tribes growing ever stronger. James and Seraphine, now elders in the community, continued to offer guidance and support. Torin, recognizing the importance of stability and growth, initiated several reforms aimed at strengthening the tribe's infrastructure and enhancing the quality of life for all members. One of his first initiatives was to improve the education system, ensuring that every child, regardless of their heritage, received comprehensive training in both traditional Zorean wisdom and modern knowledge. "Education is the foundation of our future," Torin declared at a council meeting. "We must equip our children with the tools they need to lead us into a prosperous future." Under his guidance, schools were established throughout the village, combining the teachings of the elders with insights from James's earth-based knowledge. This blend of wisdom and innovation fostered a generation of young leaders ready to face the challenges of the future. James, seeing the fruits of their labor, couldn't help but feel a deep sense of fulfillment. One evening, as he and Seraphine walked through the village, watching children play and learn, he turned to her. "We've built something beautiful here, Seraphine. Our sun is leading our people to a brighter future. Seraphine smiled, her eyes reflecting the light of the setting sun. Yes, James. Together we have created a legacy of unity and strength. Our tribe is thriving because of the love and dedication we've all put into it. But with progress came new challenges. The rapid development and increasing interactions with neighboring tribes brought about cultural exchanges and, at times, conflicts. Torin, ever the diplomat, worked tirelessly to mediate disputes and foster understanding. One particular issue arose concerning land usage and resource sharing among the allied tribes. Disputes over hunting grounds and agricultural territories threatened to disrupt the harmony they had worked so hard to achieve. Torin convened a grand council, inviting leaders from all allied tribes to discuss and resolve the issues. The gathering, held in the heart of the village, was a testament to the unity and cooperation that had become their hallmark. We must remember that our strength lies in our unity, Torin addressed the assembly. By working together and respecting each other's needs, we can ensure a prosperous future for all. Through days of negotiation and dialogue, Torin successfully mediated agreements that satisfied all parties. The experience reinforced the importance of collaboration and mutual respect, further solidifying the bonds between the tribes. As the tribe continued to prosper under Torin's leadership, James and Seraphine decided it was time to step back and let the new generation take full control. They had given their all to the tribe, and now they wanted to enjoy the fruits of their labor and spend more time together, embracing the peaceful life they had fought so hard to create. One evening, during a ceremony honoring the contributions of the tribe's elders, Torin addressed the community. We are here today to honor those who have dedicated their lives to our tribe. My parents, James and Seraphine, have been pillars of strength and wisdom. It is because of their sacrifices and vision that we stand here united. The tribe erupted in applause, showing their deep appreciation for the couple who had given so much. James and Seraphine, moved by the gesture, shared a heartfelt embrace, feeling the love and respect of their community. In their retirement, James and Seraphine focused on mentoring young leaders and spending time with their growing family. Torin, now firmly established as the leader, continued to implement innovative policies and foster alliances that ensured the tribe's future prosperity. One day, Torin approached his parents with an ambitious idea. I believe it's time for us to explore beyond our borders, to seek out new lands and opportunities. Our tribe is strong and united, and we can offer our knowledge and strength to others in need. James and Seraphine exchanged a knowing look, proud of their son's vision and ambition. It's a bold and noble idea, Torin, James said. Exploration and expansion can bring great opportunities, but it must be done with caution and respect for those we encounter. Seraphine added, remember the values we've instilled in you: unity, compassion, and respect. Let those guide you as you venture into new territories. With their blessing, Torin organized an expedition to explore the surrounding regions. The expedition, composed of skilled warriors, scholars, and healers, set out with the goal of forging new alliances and discovering new resources that could benefit the tribe. The journey was arduous but filled with wonder and discovery. They encountered diverse communities, each with unique cultures and traditions. Torin's diplomatic skills and the team's respect for different ways of life helped to establish friendly relations and mutually beneficial exchanges. During their travels, they discovered new sources of medicinal plants, rare minerals, and innovative agricultural techniques that they brought back to their tribe. These discoveries enriched the tribe's knowledge and resources, ensuring their continued growth and prosperity. Upon their return, the expedition was met with great celebration. The tribe welcomed them with open arms, eager to hear tales of their adventures and learn from their experiences. Torin's successful expedition further solidified his leadership and the tribe's confidence in their future. As James and Seraphine watched the festivities, they felt a deep sense of peace and accomplishment. Their journey had been long and filled with challenges, but they had created a thriving, united community that embraced both tradition and progress. In the years that followed, the tribe continued to grow and prosper under Torin's leadership. The alliances forged during the expedition opened new avenues for trade and cultural exchange, enriching the lives of all involved. James and Seraphine, though no longer in the forefront of leadership, remained beloved figures in the tribe. Their legacy of love, unity, and strength endured, guiding the tribe through future generations. As they sat together, watching their grandchildren play and listening to the vibrant sounds of their thriving village, James turned to Seraphine. "We've lived a remarkable life, Seraphine. Our love and dedication have created something enduring and beautiful." Seraphine squeezed his hand, her eyes filled with love and contentment. "Yes, James, we have built a legacy that will last for generations, and our journey, though filled with challenges, has been truly extraordinary." Under the twin moons of Zoloria, James and Seraphine embraced the future with hope and gratitude, knowing that their love had shaped the destiny of their tribe and left an indelible mark on their world. Years of prosperity and growth had solidified the unity among the tribes of Zoloria, and the tribe under Torin's leadership continued to flourish. However, peace was often fleeting, and a new threat loomed on the horizon. Whispers of a formidable enemy, known as the Arvans, began to spread. The Arvans were a warlike race, known for their advanced weaponry and ruthless conquests. One evening, as James and Seraphine sat by the fire with their grandchildren, a scout arrived with urgent news. "The Arvans are advancing towards our borders. Their numbers are great, and their intentions are clear. They seek to conquer." The tribe's council convened immediately. The news of the Arvan threat cast a shadow over the village, and the leaders knew they had to act swiftly. Torin, now a seasoned leader, addressed the council with a calm yet resolute demeanor. "We have faced many challenges before, and we have always emerged stronger. This time will be no different. We must prepare our defenses and seek alliances with other tribes. United, we can repel the Arvan threat." James, his warrior instinct still sharp, spoke up. "We need to understand their tactics and technology. I will lead a reconnaissance mission to gather intelligence on the Arvans. Knowledge will be our greatest weapon." Seraphine added, "We must also ensure the safety of our people. Evacuation plans should be in place for the vulnerable, and our healers must be prepared for the inevitable injuries." The council agreed on a multi-pronged approach, strengthening their defenses, seeking alliances, and gathering intelligence. Torin mobilized the warriors, ensuring they were ready for the coming battle. The village buzzed with activity as preparations intensified. James led a small team on a reconnaissance mission deep into Arvan territory. The journey was perilous, but James's experience and strategic thinking guided them through the treacherous landscape. They observed the Arvan forces, noting their strengths and weaknesses, and returned with valuable intelligence. Upon their return, James presented his findings to the council. "The Arvans are formidable, but they are not invincible. Their reliance on advanced technology makes them vulnerable to disruption. If we can sabotage their equipment, we can level the playing field." Torin nodded, absorbing the information. "We will use this knowledge to our advantage. Our strategy will focus on targeted strikes to disrupt their technology and diminish their strength." The tribe prepared for the inevitable confrontation. Torin led a delegation to neighboring tribes, securing their support and forming a united front against the Arvans. The spirit of unity and cooperation that had been nurtured over the years proved invaluable, as the tribes came together to face the common enemy. As the Arvan forces approached, the allied tribes stood ready. The air was thick with tension, but there was also a sense of determination and solidarity. James and Seraphine, though no longer on the front lines, provided wisdom and guidance, their presence a source of strength for the warriors. The battle began at dawn. The Arvans, confident in their superior technology, launched a fierce assault. But the allied tribes, armed with the knowledge James had gathered and the strategies Torin had devised, fought back with resilience and cunning. The battle raged on, with both sides suffering heavy losses. James and Seraphine watched from the command post, their hearts heavy with worry but also filled with pride for their people. Torin led the warriors with unparalleled bravery, his leadership inspiring those around him. As the sun set, the tide of the battle began to turn. The targeted strikes on the Arvan technology disrupted their coordination and weakened their assault. The allied tribes, united and determined, pressed their advantage, pushing the Arvans back. Finally, as night fell, the Arvan forces retreated, their will to fight broken. The allied tribes had emerged victorious, their unity and strategic brilliance overcoming the formidable enemy. The victory over the Arvans was celebrated with great joy and relief. The tribe had once again proven their strength and resilience, and the bonds between the allied tribes were stronger than ever. The battle had been won, But the cost was high, and the tribe mourned the loss of their fallen warriors. In the days following the battle, James and Seraphine took time to reflect on their journey and the legacy they had built. They had faced countless challenges and had always emerged stronger, guided by their love for each other and their commitment to their people. One evening, as they sat by the stream where they had spent so many moments together, Seraphine spoke softly. "We have seen so much, James. Our love has been the foundation of everything we have achieved. I am grateful for every moment we have shared." James took her hand, his heart full of love and gratitude. "And I am grateful for you, Seraphine. Together we have built a legacy that will endure for generations. Our tribe is strong because of the unity and love we have fostered." Torin, now fully embraced as the leader of the tribe, approached his parents. "Your guidance and wisdom have been invaluable, not just to me but to our entire tribe. We are who we are because of you." James and Seraphine looked at their son with pride. "You are the future, Torin. You have the strength and wisdom to lead our tribe to even greater heights. We are proud of you, and we have faith in your vision." The tribe continued to thrive under Torin's leadership. The alliances forged during the battle against the Arvans blossomed into long-term partnerships, fostering trade, cultural exchange, and mutual support. The tribe's prosperity and unity became a model for others, demonstrating the power of cooperation and respect. As the years passed, James and Seraphine enjoyed the peace they had worked so hard to create. They spent their days mentoring the younger generation, sharing their stories, and imparting the values that had guided them throughout their lives. One day, as the sun set over the village, casting a golden glow over the land they had come to love, James and Seraphine stood together, their hands intertwined. They watched their grandchildren play, the sounds of laughter and joy filling the air. "We have lived a remarkable life, Seraphine," James said, his voice filled with emotion. "Our love has shaped the destiny of our tribe and created a future filled with hope and promise." Seraphine leaned into him, her heart overflowing with contentment. "Yes, James, we have built something beautiful and enduring. Our legacy will live on in the hearts of our people and in the love that binds us all." As the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, James and Seraphine embraced the future with hope and gratitude. They knew that their journey had been extraordinary, and their love had left an indelible mark on the world of Zoloria. Under the twin moons, surrounded by the tribe they had helped to shape, James and Seraphine's legacy of unity, strength, and love continued to inspire and guide future generations, ensuring that the spirit of harmony and cooperation would endure for all time.